Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers' reported plan for number 17 pick could impact LeBron James' decision. The Los Angeles Lakers are aggressively shopping the number 17 pick in this year's NBA draft, according to The Athletic's Jovan Buha, as part of their grand plan to secure LeBron James' long-term commitment and surround him with talent in his remaining years in the NBA. The Lakers are going to look to move that number 17 pick on draft night, Buha said on Buha's block on May 10. It will be the first time that they could use all three of their tradable first-round picks, and it's a prime opportunity for them to potentially get either a third star or to improve the roster by attaching 1, 2, or 3 of those picks alongside players under contract to upgrade the starting lineup or the bench. The Lakers' motivation to make a move sooner rather than later stems from the fact that this year's NBA draft is on June 26 to 27, just before the June 29 deadline for James to pick up or decline his $51.4 million player option. LeBron's future will, I think, in part be determined by what the Lakers do around the draft and how aggressive they are and what upgrades they can make, Buha said. The Lakers could go different directions, according to Buha, from a significant trade for stars like Trey Young or Donovan Mitchell or DeJounte Murray, or whether it's a smaller move and again bringing in a 3-and-D wing or another big man. Buha said James and the Lakers have a mutual interest in continuing their partnership. But whether that would be short or longer term would depend on the team's moves from their next coaching hire to their draft day plans. To be clear, from everything we've reported at The Athletic and everything I've heard, the Lakers are willing to give LeBron whatever type of contract he wants, and he intends to stay and retire as a Laker. So, I do think they are going to figure things out and there will be a contract in some form, be it him opting in and extending later or just him simply re-signing. But I think a part of that will be the coaching search and how that plays out, as well as what upgrades the Lakers can make to this roster to make this team more competitive next season. Despite actively shopping their first-round pick, the Lakers are planning to use their second-round pick on Bronny James in the NBA draft to realize his father's dream to play with him. From everything I hear, LeBron wants to play up to 2 more NBA seasons and the assumption around the league, and obviously, the Lakers want to bring him back, The Athletic's Shams Charania said on The Pat McAfee Show on May 10. And the Lakers want to be in a position where it is drafting Bronny in the second round. They do have interest in bringing Bronny James in as a draft pick. The Lakers own the 55th pick in the second round. Lakers news: Rui Hachimura appreciates being able to learn from LeBron James. During the offseason, the Los Angeles Lakers decided it was worth bringing Rui Hachimura back after his strong end to the 2023-24 season. Hachimura emerged as one of the Lakers' best players in the 2023 NBA playoffs, and he was rewarded with a 3-year, $51 million deal. The front office was intent on keeping continuity on the roster, and re-signing Hachimura was a no-brainer. With Hachimura back in the fold, LeBron James allowed the forward to work out with him during the offseason. That's not something that happens often, so naturally Hachimura is very appreciative of his teammates. How much longer they will be teammates remains to be seen, though, with James' future up in the air, which Hachimura was asked about after the Lakers season came to an end. "That's a tough question," Hachimura said. "I don't know. I never thought about that. Last year, like you said, I spent a lot of time with him. Worked out with him, especially with him. I feel like he doesn't work out with other people. I was really appreciative of the time and the energy he spent with me. I learned a lot of stuff, and I think I was able to do that this season. I kind of watched him closely and worked out with him, and it made me more confident. Just the whole season, throughout the season, me and his chemistry got much better than last year. I see his basketball IQ and all that, so yeah, it's an honor to be around with him and his journey and playing with him." Hachimura obviously cherished the experience to work with James, and the Japan native certainly seemed to pick up a few things during their time together. For example, Hachimura showed a better knack for cutting at opportune times for dunks and even displayed more playmaking ability when putting the basketball on the deck. With how hard James trains, people like his agent Rich Paul believe he could play for another 5 years, though he'd surely retire before then. Regardless, Hachimura should continue to spend as much time learning from James because he can become a better player for it. Hachimura wasn't the only person playing with confidence throughout the year. D'Angelo Russell may have had an uneven start to the regular season but quickly threw all caution to the wind and began playing under his own terms. Russell went on to turn in the best shooting season of his career and believes he had a hell of a year for the Lakers. Trey Young to Lakers trends after Hawks land number 1 2024 NBA draft pick. The Atlanta Hawks won the number 1 pick overall in the NBA draft lottery. As a result, the organization suddenly has a ton of options on the table for the upcoming offseason. There have already been rumors that Trey Young could be a trade option, but now it seems NBA fans are convinced he's going to the Los Angeles Lakers. That would be a great fit for Young, as he'd immediately step in as the starting point guard in LA. However, it's unclear if the Lakers are willing to offer what the Hawks would be asking for via trade. Despite that, nearly everyone seems convinced Young will eventually find his way to Los Angeles. That's especially true if the Hawks decide to hit the hard reset button and rebuild the roster. It's not a guarantee, but Matthew Peralta, a team writer for the Lakers, sure seems convinced Trey Young to the Lakers is a done deal. Looks like someone is wearing their tinfoil hat. It's probably a coincidence, but it is interesting to mention the Anthony Davis Lakers situation to Trey Young's current situation. Would trading for Trey Young be smart for the Lakers? Although the fans believe it's a done deal, as no current reports are indicating that Young will be traded to Los Angeles. Well, not yet at least. But there's plenty of time between now and the NBA draft, and the Hawks have every option on the table. As for the Lakers, they're facing a pivotal offseason after being eliminated by the Denver Nuggets in the opening round of the 2024 NBA playoffs. This is a crucial offseason for the Lakers. They seem to have the talent but haven't been able to make a serious run for a championship since the 2020 season. The front office tends to go all in more often than not, so it'll be interesting to see how they approach the offseason. There is a chance they lose LeBron James in free agency. Additionally, there have been rumors the Lakers could be interested in selecting Bronny James in the NBA draft. Nothing is set in stone, but LA is likely to be busy throughout the offseason. A trade for Trey Young could be enough to intrigue James to return. Considering he'll be turning 40 midway through next season, he's likely wanting to play for a team that gives him a chance to win a ring. No matter how you look at it, the Lakers must go about this offseason smartly if they hope to retain their star power. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Trey Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.